Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Tanks. We're here with the T-28 with the F-30, which is an 85mm gun, and many patches ago, and updates ago, this used to be the top gun for the T-28. This was back probably before I started playing, although it may still have had the 85mm gun, not too sure, but they then removed it, and yeah, then the top gun for the T-28 was either the 76 or the 57 as it is now, but this was the original Top Gun, which was the 85mm F-30, hence why it's the T-28 with F-30. And the reason that it's the T-28E instead of just the T-28 is because it's been up-armoured, and I will go over that shortly. So 380 hit points, which is a lot of hit points. Think the Valentine 2, out of the tanks that I have, has got the same hit points as the 228. Of course, it's a medium. 300 for the MX-40 is a light. 430, 430. Yeah, but it does have a lot of hit points, which is good because it is, after all, a T-28. I can probably still one-shot it in this thing. I mean, the penetration with HE is 53. This has maximum of 50 with less side armor, so I can probably one-shot this thing still. But you know that will allow you to survive some hits. So it weighs 33 tons, which is quite a lot considering. Yeah, the Valentine 2 weighs half as much. Hetzer weighs half as much. The Matilda is pretty is still lighter, but then again it does only have the 190 horsepower Leyland engine, so yeah. MX-40 still weighs a lot less. The B1 also weighs slightly less, but so it's a very heavy tank, and it does have a 500 horsepower engine, which only allows it to get up to 35 kilometers an hour top speed, which is the same as the Firefly, I think. If I get the Firefly up, Firefly, yep, 36 with a 460 horsepower engine. So yeah, it's not the quickest tank in the world, and the traverse speed is alright. It could be better. It's only 36 degrees per second. But here is where the E comes in for the T-28, because if we get up the regular T-28 in the Russian Tech 3, which is here it is, vehicle details. So it has got if I actually get up the better turret as well, here you go, conic. So there's the conical turret, which is the better turret. So standard, the T-28 has got 30mm of frontal hull armor, 20 at the side, 20 at the rear. The T-28E here has got 50 at the front, 40 at the side, and 50 at the rear, which is a lot better than the T-28 here. And with the stock T-28 turret, it's only 20 all round. With the upgraded armored turret, it is 50, 40, 40. And with the conical turret, 25, 25, 25, which is still half of at the front at least of the turret armor of the T-28 with the F-30, which is a lot better. So it has definitely got some improvements over the T-28. It doesn't go as fast. As you can see here, it goes 10 kilometers an hour less. The top engine for the T-28 is what? Let me find. Let me actually get up this radio as well, which is only 360 meters, but the better engine. Can you actually upgrade the engine? Yes, you can. I wasn't looking. Oh, it's still only a 500 horsepower engine. Oh, okay. But yet, because the original T-28 only weighs about a maximum of, well, what can it weigh at maximum? 32 tons, but I doubt it. Because the original T-28 weighs a lot less, it will go up a lot. It will have a higher top speed than the up-armored and better gunned T-28E. But actually, moving on to the gun here, which is the original F-30 85mm gun. It's 85mm of caliber. Obviously, the rate of fire is 9.84. which is alright. It's 85mm gun. It will reload a lot slower. I mean, it's certainly better than the St-42 on my Hetzer. But it is, of course, a nice 85mm gun with 120mm of average penetration, which will get you through easily all of the Tier 4 vehicles. The Tier 5 vehicles will also be fearing your gun. Also, it has pretty good average damage, 160 with AP and APCR, 280 with HE, but the HE only has 43mm of penetration, 161 penetration with the APCR, which is pretty good. It is lacking a bit in accuracy and aim time, 0.43 dispersion, which is not very good, and the horribly long 3.2 seconds aiming time, which is double the Hetzer's St-42 aim time of 1.7 seconds, which is pretty good. It is, after all, a howitzer. What else? What else do I have this thing? There you go. What else do I have this thing on? VAE, Churchill 3, Sherman 3, Churchill 1, Grob Tractor. I do believe the KV5 here. No, I don't have it equipped on the KV5. 2.9 seconds aiming time. I should, but I don't. Oh well. But yeah, that aim time is going to definitely harm you. So you'll definitely want to get some stuff to cut that down, and it weighs a lot. Over 1,500 kilograms. It's a very weighty gun. After all, it is 85mm. So with the current loadout that I have, I don't have improved vents, which I could do, but I'm sort of saving that for in case I want to fit anything else. With my current setup, it is 5.26 gun reload time, 40 degrees per second turret to rest, which is alright. It could be better. That's 50, 44, but it's a non-turreted tank destroyer. 34 for the Matilda, which is pretty slow. That's a very slow, terrible. So it's certainly not the slowest, but it is definitely not the quickest turning turret. View range 350 meters view range, which is very good. Is tier 4 after all, but for tier 4s that is sort of pretty standard view range here. So it's got decent view range. However, the signal range is definitely lacking. 300 meters signal range, which is terrible. It's worse than the view range. I mean, why would you even equip a radio if that's the case? I mean, it's tier 3 radio, a 71KT3 or TK3 rather. It's terrible. It's equipped on a BT7 artillery. That's the only other thing it's mounted on. That's tier 3, so you know. But overall, I'm looking forward to playing my first game in it. I mean, after all, I haven't, as you can see by the skills, they're all 0%. I haven't actually played a game in this. But I'm looking forward to it because of that 85mm gun, the up-armouredness, and the fact that I've never played the T-28 before. So, yeah, this will be fun. So you can, of course, do equip your original consumables. I don't have any cash whatsoever because I spent it all on getting the this thing, the medium caliber tank gun rammer, because I got the enhanced gun lane drive first, because enhanced gun lane drive. But yes, so you'll obviously want to equip your normal consumables, and as for the equipment, enhanced suspension if you want. Camo net you could do. You don't have the best accuracy or aim time to do the sniping, but if you can, then yes, sure. Improved vents is going to help you with that aim time and reload time, so yep, that will be a good choice. Wet ammo rack if your ammo rack keeps getting damaged. Spore miner, probably not, even though you are the up-armoured T-28, it's only 50mm, everything's going to be penetrating you, so probably not that. Tank gun rammer, yes. Binos, once again, not really a sniping tank, but if you can make it work, then do. Coated optics, if you want, sure. Coated optics is always a good thing. Engine durability, if you keep getting damaged from your engine, but you are up-armoured with the same armour front and back, so yeah. Enhanced gunling drive, yes, definitely, that is essential along with the tank gun rammer. And toolbox if you can't think of anything else to put on it, so... As for the commander, 6 cents, because even though you are up-armoured, don't let that fool you, you do only have 50mm of armour, you're not going to be blocking all that damage. So definitely Sixth Sense is going to be useful. Eagle Eye also is useful to see all of that module damage that you're doing with your 85mm shells. Jack of all trades if you want. Recon, yeah, Recon will be useful, and Mentor if you want. I don't see a point in it, but sure. And then, of course, your common skills. As for the gunner, I'm going Deadeye because Deadeye, because module damage. Snapshot if you want. Armor if you keep having your gun damaged and you don't want to use a repair kit. Designate target, sure. If you want, then that'll be useful. Driver, I am getting clutch braking because 36 degrees per second hull traverse not is pretty bad, to be honest. I mean, the Matilda has the same hull traverse. The Hetzer also has the same traverse speed, but I don't really find a problem with the Hetzer because Hetzer. But yeah, so definitely traverse speed. Off-road driving is also always going to be useful, so yeah, I would say get that. In smooth ride, if you want to be firing on the move, once again, the long aim time and the dispersion, probably want to hold off on that, but if you want. If you are a fan of ramming stuff, then sure, control point impact. You do have the better armor to do that, but once again, it's only a T-28. You're not going to be doing that much ramming, probably. And preventative maintenance, if you keep getting set on fire, then sure, common skills as well. Definitely situational awareness to increase your radio range. That is an essential thing on this tank. 300 meters is terrible. Tier 1 tanks would probably laugh at you having that. Relay, no, probably not, because, I mean, oh, I've accidentally gone with situational awareness. I've accidentally gone view range instead of signal range. Whoops. Oh dear. But both of them, yes, essential. Both of them. Just screw it. Both of them. Call for Vengeance, if you want. Your radio operator doesn't have a very good radio to send signals out to, but sure, if you want. Relay, if you want. I would hold off from Relay, though, because, once again, not very good signal range, and, of course, your common skills. And then, oh, that's why I didn't. Okay. Okay, that's why, because it has two radio operators. I was sort of like, why am I going situational awareness? Wait, two radio operators? So, once again, yes, signal boosting. Train one of them signal boosting and one of them situational awareness, because they don't stack. Only the radio operator with the highest signal boosting will be effective, as you can see here. Extends the signal range. If two radio operators have the skill, only the higher rating is effective. So yeah, that'll be why. Don't know why it's two radio operators. I would prefer to have two loaders, but sure. And so once again, the same thing applies. And then finally, for your loader, Adrenaline Rush I am going with, because Adrenaline Rush is always useful. Safe storage if you keep having your ammo rack damaged. And Intuition if you're swapping between AP and APCR, which you shouldn't really need to. The AP is definitely a good choice of ammunition. You don't really need that much APCR, if any, because the standard penetration with the AP is still decent enough to get through tier 4s, tier 5s. And of course this thing will see tier 6s, so you will, so perhaps load up some APCR in case that happens, but I shouldn't really think you'd need it that much in regular games, so yeah, probably don't worry about stocking up too much on APCR. But yeah, this was the T-28 with the F-30. Yet to play a game in it, but looking forward to it. Definitely a very good 85mm gun with good penetration and alpha damage. Terrible armor, terrible top speed, terrible signal range, but the gun and the up-armoured, at least, of the T-28 is definitely going to make up for it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.